ukulima, azimio la viwanda, azimio la wananchi, azimio la uwajibikaji, waste not a single child, maji kwa kila boma, Baba Care.
Welcome on stage, Madam Carol Karogu.
I thank you very much. Our incoming president, the Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, your lovely Deputy President, Honorable Mother Karua, ladies and gentlemen, hamjambo, azimio, inawezekana. Ladies and gentlemen, this year we are confronted with the most momentous election of our time. Momentous because for the first time in the history of this nation, the women agenda is truly and honestly on the table. We know this for a fact because a few days ago, Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga nominated a woman, the first woman in the history of this republic, to be his running mate and the incoming Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya. We are also confronted, ladies and gentlemen, by a very definitive election, an election that will define the moral fabric of this nation, an election that helps us choose good from bad. On one side, we have the conformists. On the other side, we have the reformists. On one side, we have those who pardon and perpetrators of corruption. And on this other side, ladies and gentlemen, we have those who genuinely have fought corruption for this country. And therefore, ladies and gentlemen, for me, it is very easy. It's between the good and the bad. It's between the future of this country and regressing this country. Let me say, women of this country have been part of the struggle of this country from pre-independence. We pay tribute to those women you have seen on the streets and those you have seen on the screens, and we want to assure you as the women in leadership today that the efforts of the women whose shoulders we stand on will not go in vain. Let me take this chance to really appreciate women who have taken the chance to get into elective office, because the last election statistics are showing us we were only about 25%. And we know for sure that this year we will have more women in public offices. Allow me to appreciate women like Gladys Wanga, who is vying for governor. Women from the north like Fatuma Gedi, who has put her heart in the ring. Priscilla Nyokavi from central Kenya. A lady from the Maa community like Naisula, and many more women who have put their hearts in the ring and said, we are ready to take up leadership positions of this country. There's a lady who is the CEO of Facebook, and I like to quote her because what she said makes a lot of sense. Because the future of the world, in the future, we will not have female leaders. We will only have leaders. Ladies and gentlemen, that future is here with us. Allow me to say a few things that perhaps Mama Ngilu has touched. There are women who have put themselves out even for the highest office. Women like Mama Ngilu, Masani Ngilu, women like Mother Karua. These are women who have stood and vied for the highest office of this nation. To you women, congratulations, nyinyi ni mashujaa. Allow me, as I finish, to say that the journey of women in this country goes beyond the women you see up here. It goes beyond the women you see in platforms. For the Azimio coalition, and because I have had benefit to look at the manifesto, I want to assure this nation that in Baba's government, matters of the women in the grassroots are at the heart of the Azimio coalition. I will tell you without a shadow of a doubt, a woman who has no access to healthcare is a woman who has been indignified by her nation. A woman who has no access to education for her children is a woman whose nation has indignified her. A woman who has no access to clean, safe water is a woman whose nation has indignified her. And I want to thank Baba and his team, because under Baba Care, we are sure that there will be primary health care to go into the grassroots woman, to help the women in the grassroots. Under Baba's government, we have the Magic Wakila Boma and the women in the villages who have water, not in a water tank near their homes, but in their homesteads. And therefore, ladies and gentlemen, I want to assure you on behalf of women of this nation that now, more than ever before, women are fired up and ready to go. We are ready for this campaign, and we want to assure all of you that these days, women are not agonizing. We are organizing ourselves in the grassroots level, and we will give Baba a resounding win. Let me end with the words of Mother Karua. It's good to quote somebody when they are seated, because then they can correct you. Many years ago, I remember listening to her, and she said, she told us, shh, listen to the footsteps that you hear in the background. Those footsteps belong to millions of Kenyan women ready, willing, and able to take their space in the development of this nation. I thank you very much. Without further ado, now, ladies and gentlemen, I have the distinct honor and pleasure of calling on stage our Chief Minister, the Wiper Party leader, and a gentleman we have profound respect for. Many of you might not know, but about a year ago, the Honorable Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka had approached me to be his Secretary General of Wiper Party, and I'm so happy that now, so 1 year later, we have him on board, and I can tell you, having Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka back into Azimio has been quite a masterstroke. Ladies and gentlemen, let us give a round of applause as we welcome Honorable Stephen Musyoka.
Kila familia ambaye hawana mapato, kama kuna njaa na chochote, kila mwezi watapata shilingi 6,000.